Toss a coin to your witcher, O Valley of Plenty.
What's going on, Nerd Army guys? Welcome to the newest episode of Nerds Mirage. Today, guys, we're going to start a brand new journey. We are going to be going through Netflix's The Witcher. So we're going to start at Season 1, Episode 1. Season 2 recently did just drop on Netflix, and we will get to it as soon as we can. So, starting with Season number 1, Episode number 1, titled The End's Beginning. So, this show is phenomenal, but the timeline is a little odd, and it does take some getting used to, so I will do my best to explain it as we go through it. Here we go. We start off in a swamp, and we get to see a doe just feeding on the side of the swamp. And then we see some bubbles start to come from the swamp, and out of nowhere, we get to see Geralt pulled out of the swamp, and he is fighting a Kikimora, big, giant, fucking crazy zombie spider-looking son of a bitch. And they are fighting. Geralt is able to cut off one of its limbs, but then the Kikimora pins Geralt underwater, and he is separated from his sword. He cannot reach it. So, shit is looking fucking haggard for Geralt right now. He fights back to the surface and gets a hold of his sword and stabs the Kikimora right through the goddamn skull, killing that son of a bitch. He then climbs out, looking at the nice, calm, docile deer that's standing there, and he looks hungry. And we just hear the slice sound, and yes, Mr. Deer's dead. Geralt shows up at a tavern, cloaked the hell up, completely covered, but as soon as he walks in, it's like when that one person shows up late to school and the whole fucking class stops what they're doing, no matter what it is, and stares at you. That's what happens with Geralt, because everyone's like, holy shit, it's a fucking Witcher. They are rare. He walks up to the barkeep and asks where he can find the Elderman. He's here to collect a bounty off a monster. And then this man comes up and takes over for the waitress and says, yeah, we're not going to serve you here. You need to kick rocks. You need to get the fuck out of here. And then a bunch of douchebags get up and start some shit when some pretty woman kind of tells the douchebag, sit the fuck down. Mommy's in charge. And her name is Renfrey. Then she turns to the guy at the bar and says, we'll take 2 beers. One for me and one for him. And the bartender's like, I'm not going to serve you. He's like, give me a fucking beer. Get him a beer too. And she makes this asshole serve Geralt. So they talk a little, and then Geralt is drinking his beer, and she finishes hers, so she says, I'll take another one. The bartender's so pissed off, he doesn't give a fuck. He just drops the jug in front of her, and she has to serve Geralt, because he's like, I'm not going to serve him. This is some racist bullshit, man. Geralt is approached by a young girl, and she says, my father won't want this creature, but our local wizard will. I can take you to him, and he'll probably buy it from you. So she takes him over to this big doorway, and Geralt walks through, and the door is fucking magically enchanted. As he walks in, the cloak's gone. He's in there looking good. And where is he? He's at a Garden of fucking Eden. Beautiful indoor little bushes with fountains and trees and fruit everywhere. And did I mention titties? There is titties in every crevice of this motherfucking room that this guy has made. And we find out Stragobor is the actual wizard, and he's pretending to be someone else who previously lived there and created this place. But yeah, he is a mage, and he's a powerful one apparently. And they have a little talk, and he's like, I need you to kill the worst kind of monster of all. A human. Her name's Renfrey. So the girl we just met is the one this dude wants killed. That's fucked up. So then we flash over to Centra, and we see these boys and what looks like a girl pretending to be a little boy playing knuckle bones in the yard, and the girl loses right as that happens. A couple knights roll up and say, you have to come with us, and the girl who's dressed like a boy looks at her and says, you know what, oh, okay. And then we flash to her in a gown, and she's the fucking princess. She is Princess Cirilla, which honestly we don't find her name out till later in the episode. So yeah, it's Princess Cirilla or Siri. Now the wizard wants Geralt to kill Renfrey because she's part of a prophecy that all these 60 girls born to blah, blah, blah. Yeah, and she's like the last one. You need to kill her because she's going to bring about the end of the fucking world, essentially. Geralt's like, yeah, it's not a thing. So Geralt essentially says, like, if I have to choose between the worst of 2 evils, I just say, fuck all y'all, deal with your own shit. Peace out. So back in Centra, there is a little ball going on, and Siri gets asked to dance. She gets out on the dance floor. She's having a good time, or it appears so. Then at the same time, her grandmother, the queen, she actually gets some bad news that Nilfgaard is on its way and shit's about to go down. And the grandma debates telling her, but decides, no, like we're just gonna have to wait. Let her have some fun right now before fucking war starts. So then we get to see Geralt and Roach, his loyal horse, at the water, and someone sneaking up on Geralt. He hears who it is, and it is Renfrey coming up to give her story and say, like, I need to get to the wizard. He's been trying to kill me my whole fucking life, and I've been living in fear from this fool. Help me get to him. And Geralt's just in the middle of all this shit. He says, I don't get involved in this kind of bullshit. I'm a witcher. We hunt monsters. That's what we do. Now, back at Centra, it is battle time. The queen is out on the fucking battlefield. She is killing fools. She is dropping sons of bitches. She's a bad bitch. Holy shit. Queen Calantha is a fucking crazy bitch. This is awesome. She's kicking ass, taking names. But then we get to see the worst thing that could happen. Her husband takes an arrow to the fucking face. She fucking loses it. Nah. Like, yeah, she loses it bad, but this woman acts the shit out of this role. The queen is injured and she is returned to the castle. Then we get to get back with Renfrey and Geralt. And it ends up leading the two of them to fucking. So yes, Geralt does get some booty on the very first episode. This is good. Hopefully he'll continue to get booty from amazingly beautiful women for the rest of the show. And we get to watch. Just kidding. So Geralt wakes up in the morning and this crazy bitch is gone. Yes, she ghosted him. She got what she wanted, some D and a distraction. So the queen is dying. She's back at the castle and she calls for her granddaughter. Her granddaughter comes to see her. Siri is talking to her. The queen knows it's not going to happen, that it's over. Shit's going down. People are actually being handed poison all throughout the castle to take the poison so they don't get caught by Nilfgaard, because Nilfgaard does not take prisoners. They will torture the shit out of you, make you slaves, whatever the fuck. So everyone's taking poison and killing themselves. She tells Siri, go find Geralt of Rivia. He is your destiny. Do not ask questions. Get the fuck out of here. Find Geralt. He'll know what to do. He's your destiny. Find him now. And then Siri gets rushed the fuck out of there, gets taken out of the city on horseback. And Grandma, as she walks out of the room, says, I ain't taking no poison. And she jumps out the fucking window. Peace out, Queenie. You dead. And holy shit, Siri is fucking lonely. Everyone's dead. So Siri's getting rushed out, and this douchebag in a black suit is just chasing him. Boom, boom, boom. Fucking Black Knight right behind him, chasing him down, catches him, and catches her. And Siri just lets out this blood-curdling cry, this super-powered fucking scream. And this dude's ears are basically bleeding, and she is able to escape. Holy shit, it was cool. Siri's got some power. Geralt then returns to town to find that Renfrey's men have taken over the entire fucking town. Shit is going down. Geralt cannot allow the innocents to be hurt, and he's a good person regardless of how racist all these sons of bitches are. So Geralt shows up, one of the guys talks some shit to him, and then Geralt just wrecks this entire fucking crew, guys. He is rolling through slice and dice and making fucking steak and hoagie fucking cheesesteaks out of this one motherfucker, then throwing a goddamn sword and pinning some bitch to the fucking wall. This guy is a bad son of a bitch. We even get to see some of the Witcher magical powers. He gives this group just like a force push and just boom, just throws fucking dudes backwards. And I'm like, oh shit. He even gets the fucking knives involved. He's kicking ass, taking names, and killing all of these guys. But at the end, we get to see Renfrey standing there with the young girl that led Geralt to the wizard, and has a blade to her throat and is going to kill her. So Geralt tries to talk some sense into her and explain there's better ways to do this shit, but she does not give a fuck. She comes at Geralt trying to kill him. He tries to just wing her off and stop it. She won't stop. She keeps coming. She pulls a knife on him, and she comes in with like a full swoop, and Geralt is so fast and strong, he just turns her fucking blade, and she kills herself, dude. She dies in Geralt's arms. It is fucked up. It is savage. And now we don't get no more booty. That kind of sucks. The wizard is happy because this chick is dead and now the prophecy that he's scared of is stopped. But at the same time, he, along with the rest of the fucking town, turn on Geralt and start calling him a monster and throwing shit at him and order him to leave the fucking city. And he's like, you selfish, inconsiderate fucking pricks, basically. He's walking around his head down. This dude just saved your fucking lives and stopped these people who would have probably killed you to get to this fucking old son of a bitch, and you're going to turn on him? What the that's fucked up. Guys, this was the premiere and it was freaking phenomenal. Now, I have read a couple of the books and I'm really deep into the games. Wild Hunt was probably one of my favorite games for years, which is The Witcher 3. I'm so into that game and I loved the whole series altogether. This show is going to be great, and I can tell you that because it is phenomenal. Henry Cavill petitioned to get this part. He is born to play this part. I love him as Geralt. I think he looks phenomenal. I think his entire just battle style and just choreography is amazing. It is so fucking good. It is so cool to get into this world and get to explore deeper into it because, guys, this shit goes deep. Holy crap. So like I said, the timeline itself is a little weird. So just so you understand how this show works, the timeline runs like this. Geralt is in his own timeline. Siri is in her own timeline. Now, Geralt's timeline is well before Ciri's timeline. So shit that happens to Geralt here is why Ciri in the current present comes to Geralt. I mean, it gets a little bit more confusing, and then we get a third timeline in the next episode when Yennefer gets introduced. So we'll get to that when we get to that episode, guys. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode and my review of it down in the comments down below. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel so you can keep up with all the videos we put out every week. We do cover this series, Game of Thrones, and The Last Kingdom on Netflix at this very point. We will be doing the Game of Thrones prequels and the next season of The Last Kingdom when it does come out, so we are trying to catch up on all of those. Join us for The Witcher. We will be smashing out Season 1 and Season 2 and all future seasons coming in, let's hope not, the too distant future. So, guys, let me know what you guys thought about this episode, and I will see you next time right here on Nerds Mirage for more The Witcher. All right, guys. Peace out.